Hi there, I'm Dan Carlin. Got a question. You think I'm wearing pants right now? You're about to find out. Shocker, I'm wearing pants. Sorry to disappoint you. But today, I'm going to be talking to you about poor grammar and how it ruins everything. Grammar. It's just an everyday deal, right? If I'm talking to my friends, if I'm at the store getting some groceries, if I'm hanging out with the boys, throwing down a couple beers. No matter what, grammar is a part of my life, and so yours. So, you might ask, why'd you choose poor grammar? Well, as myself, Dan, I take a lot of pride in my grammar, just like I do everything else I do. Grammar is tough, alright? Some people don't understand the difference between your, and two, and two, and all that good stuff. But I do. I always have. I always will. And I'll always value that in anybody. I have a rule that I'll never go out with anybody if they don't know their twos, they're yours, they're theirs, you name it. I just won't mess with them. So poor grammar, it comes up every day in a different way if you let it. You just have to pick up on it. That's how you let it in. But you can only let it in if you're smart enough to realize it and you know what to pick out. Here in Pittsburgh, we're pretty fortunate to have a lot of people who don't quite understand grammar, alright? We got something called Pittsburghese. And I'm going to show that to you in this nice email I got from the Army Detachment about COVID-19. It's got a bunch of examples of Pittsburghese. It might be backwards for you on the camera, but I'll read some to you, alright? So, Pittsburgh. Some people call it Pittsburgh. I never understood that. And that. That means and that. Slippy. Today, look at this weather outside. It could be deemed slippy because it's slippery, alright? So it's all just in your own context, you know? That's how you get slippy. So there's also things like buggy and sweeper, which I never thought were Pittsburghese. I thought that was just normal talk. But apparently a buggy is a grocery cart. Thought they're just one and the same. And a sweeper is a vacuum cleaner. One other example it gives on here is down, out, and that's down and out, if you didn't know. But in Pittsburgh, we're not the only place that has their own little things. There's places like Wisconsin where they talk about having a couple two tree things, or even the cheeseheads. You know, what's a cheesehead? You just call that a Packers fan. That's all slang. All poor grammars are trying to be formal. So here's another real life example for you. I'll show you some text messages that I've received. Just got to type in my password. Don't want you to see it. Here's some text messages that I've received, and I actually sent one back using the same grammar. Here it is. Here's a text. Here's the text. So I'm not lying. They're there. All right. You see them? You probably can't read them though. So how about I read them to you? Hey, I'll read it how it says it here, and then I'll point out the mistakes. Hey, your package came in the mail yesterday. I will have goed to get it, but I goed today. Your is spelled U-R. So, hey, your package came in the mail yesterday. The hell does that mean? And then I have goed to get it, but I goed today. Well, I don't even know what that means. I think they meant to say that I went to get it, but I instead went today. Another one I got is, I is your biggest fan. I think that means that I am your biggest fan, but oh well. Another one that I've gotten before, whenever I text the business on Facebook or something like that, says, sorry, we're closed. But were is wear. Like I wear these clothes, but some people just don't understand. Another one is, I is coming right now. Like what? Who even says that? Who says they is coming? You are coming, right? So, everyday language, people just slip up a little bit, you know? They aren't as good as they should be. In an article from the Pitt Journal that I read, it said that many people are turned away from jobs and getting different opportunities because of all of their grammar mistakes. If it's in their application, if it's in their resume, if it's just whenever they're talking. It just doesn't look good. It's not professional. You know, it's just not good. So I'm going to show you another example in an everyday conversation. I have a example from the audience. You and the... Is that a cow on your shirt?
Yeah.
Wow, come on over here. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sam.
This is my lovely assistant, Sam. Nice to meet you. Very, very much a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine, though. So, we're going to have a conversation where it's just brutal. We're just going to have the worst grammar possible. That's the goal of the whole conversation. So, it's going to be about going down to the store. Alright? Would you like to start off, or would you like me to?
I'll start.
Okay.
I go down the store and that.
I seen you down the store.
Yeah, what? You don't see me down there.
I seen you right down there, right over yonder.
Over yonder? The heck, I was getting a buggy. I was gonna go down. I was gonna miss the Steelers game.
I was sweeping the house.
You're sweeping. Are you a bit nebby? You gonna ask me what I'm gonna do?
Jeepers creepers, bud. I don't even know. I'm gonna have myself a submarine sandwich later, though.
The heck is a submarine sandwich?
Some people call it a hoagie
A hoagie.
around your parts.
I understand.
That was a pretty good example of some pretty bad grammar. Now, I think personally, I couldn't stand having a conversation like that. I would never do that my entire life, especially professionally. Say we're having a job interview, and she said that she has experienced pushing buggies. Well, what if I'm in Canada and I don't even know what a buggy is? I'm like, are you pushing cattle? Like you doing a cattle drive? What are you doing? You know what I mean? So now, you just got to use the proper terms, and it makes you look a lot smarter. Looking smart is half the battle to getting anywhere in life, isn't it, Samantha?
Fake it till you make it.
Thank you for helping me. You can go take your seat again. So, overall, bad grammar will just ruin your whole life. Everything about it. There's nothing good that can come out of using bad grammar. Your dog won't even like you, won't listen to you. Your friends will make fun of you. Everybody in the whole world will think you're an idiot. So now I'm going to open up the floor for some questions. Anybody have a question? Yeah, you in the back.
Is this your biggest pet peeve?
It's my biggest pet peeve. I forgot to mention that. But I hate people who don't know grammar. Anyone else? You over there.
Sir, how do you feel if you get a text from someone, if you were hiring someone, you got a text from someone?
You know I'm a small business owner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I own Bud's Wood Company.
You own Buddy Wood.
Yeah.
So if you got a text from someone, say one of your clients, that used the wrong "your," would you judge them based on exactly what you saw?
Well, yeah, I charge them more actually because I just don't think they're worthy of knowing what I'm actually going to do for them. So I think I could maybe squeeze a couple extra bucks out of them. All right, I got time for 2 more questions. Yeah.
Sir, my question is more towards the there, and there. How would
Yeah.
you go about, if you wanted to learn what they meant, how would you go about that? Because sometimes it confuses me with the possessive there and the there are.
So it's pretty simple if you ask me. Just do the there test. So you put they are in there instead. And if it is they are, if that works, you put they apostrophe re. Perfect, right? If it doesn't work, it's either there or the location there. So if you're talking about a location, like over there, or something like that, then you would just say that's the THERE. But if you're talking about people, it's THEIR. One last question. You miss.
Sir, do you think that when you graduate college, you should have to pass a cumulative exam that just literally tests your basic knowledge, like the there, and there, the twos? Because don't you think it's kind of embarrassing for these universities to allow students to go out into the world and they don't know the difference between 2 and 2.
You know, I think actually, instead of even being a university standpoint, I think there should be a citizenship test. I think you should have to pass a test on your grammar like that to be able to become a citizen of the country. As soon as you turn 18, you got to know that. That's what I think. Thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Thank you.